Welcome back, everybody. It is Tuesday night, and that means another episode of Theater and Tech Trends live with Jiles and Don.
What's up?
Hey, Don, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good.
Awesome.
Getting ready to move Friday?
What's that?
I'm moving on Friday.
Oh, man, we got big news, and we're going to talk about all that stuff tonight. But before we get to Don's big move, we have two guests today that are they make my heart all aflutter because they represent two brands that I really love, and that is Mark Major from Hisense and Kenny from RBH Sound. I mean, just good ones. And we're going to talk to both these gentlemen and find out everything that's going on with them, their brands, all kinds of cool stuff. But first, I think I want to set a foundation. Let's do this. So Hisense is going to be up first. Kenny's going to hang out with us. Mark, for the folks that are out there that don't know you, let people know who you are, what you do, and why they should care.
Well, caring, that's a tough one, right?
Don's like,
about that one, but
same line.
Yeah. So, I mean, boy, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been in the industry, consumer electronics, for well over 40 years. Right, doing this right through high school and right to, I don't know, right through my almost retired years. So I've been doing this a long time. I enjoy it. I've been at Hisense for almost 5 years, and I am the national manager for laser TV for Hisense.
Right on. That's cool. Now, for folks that don't know, and I think everyone that is watching this will know, but just in case there's that one odd person out there, what is laser TV? If you could, how does laser TV fit into the bigger ecosystem? What is it?
Well, it's laser home cinema, right? And inside that big arching theme, we've got three subcategories. One's laser TV, one's laser cinema, and one's laser smart mini projector.
Okay.
So we have three different categories of product underneath the laser home cinema. And, laser TV, as we all know in the industry, in order to be qualified as a true TV, you better have a built-in tuner. So when we say laser TV, it does have a built-in ATSC 3.0 tuner.
Right on. And for the really lay people out there, this is these are all some type of projection as opposed to LCD or OLED or QLED or micro LED. And so, and these are in, I guess, two different form factors. There's the ultra short throw, which is a box that sits close to a wall and kind of projects up. But then you also have a longer throw unit as well. Is that right?
So we do. We have two different types of ultra short throw. We have one that's laser TV, and we have one that's laser cinema, aka the PX3 Pro that we saw together last year with Cedia.
Wonderful.
And then the laser smart mini projectors are more of a standard throw projector. The industry is kind of calling them lifestyle projectors. So they're not as evasive in somebody's home. Almost anybody can own one of these projectors. I actually have one myself. I've had it for 6 months. It's awesome. I mean, I can't describe it. Even my wife, I've been doing this for years. I've had multiple different size TVs in my house, and I was downstairs, actually on the wall to one of these sides, right? I was just setting it up and playing with it, just trying to understand it more and how to work with it correctly. And my wife walked down. She goes, "That's what you do?" I was like, "Yeah, that's what I do." She goes, "That's the best thing you've ever brought home from all the years." And I've got AV equipment. We were talking about that earlier. I've got all sorts of. I'm an almost audiophile. I'll say enthusiast for sure. Right.
Right on.
But this product is just so wicked. I use my Massachusetts slang. Wicked cool.
Wicked cool.
I love it. Cool. But yeah, those lifestyle projectors, they're one of the hottest categories right now out there in projection, hands down.
Right on. So I want to talk all about the different products that you have, but I'm going to save that for the end. And right now, I want us to put on our fortune teller hats, right? Because one of the things that I always try and do, right, and I think this is a great service to the kind of the CI community, particularly the consumers out there that are like me, that are trying to plan for the future and they want to know what's coming up. What is Hisense vision for the future of home entertainment? So what what does it look like today? But then, what are we looking like 5 years out from now or something, right? How far out can you predict, and what does Hisense see coming, and how are they getting ready for that?
Let's use the best word I can think of, because I can narrow it down to one word. And under that one word, there'll be multiple different types of products, but immersion.
Okay.
Right.
That's a good one.
Nobody, I'll say the same thing I said last year at Cedia. Nobody wakes up today and says, I want to buy a 27-inch TV. Right. We're all looking for the biggest TV possible, or biggest image that we can reasonably put inside our house. Right. We want to have a focal point of entertainment. We do. I mean, when I was young, I built a home theater in my basement of my house all by myself, floating floor, double sheetrock. It took me a year to do it. And it was one of the best investments I've ever made in my house. My kids and family, we got together every Friday and Saturday, go to Blockbuster, get our popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
Here, sorry. It was that immersive experience between what was audio and video, right? Back then. So really is the large viewing experience. There's no better way to watch a game, watch a movie, when you feel like you're a part of it, right? You're really immersed into your viewing experience. So, and in saying that, whether it's projectors like we talked about, laser products, which are really cool and very cutting edge, to large format direct view televisions, right?
Right on.
I mean, we sell more 100-inch TV sets right now in the United States than any other brand.
Absolutely. And you guys, on the super high end of the line, I think you've got like a 116 or something like that.
Yes, we do. Yeah, yes, we do. We have not only do we have trichroma laser home cinema products, but now we also have a trichromium mini LED.
I saw that bad boy. And
it is a big TV. It is a big TV, right?
It is humongous. I've dealt with 100-inch TVs, but I've never tried to hang or deal with one at the 116-inch size. Man, that's crazy. But 116, when we're swimming in your waters, you go bigger with the laser products, right?
We go up to 300 inches with our laser
300
products.
inches. All right. So how would someone accomplish that kind of feat in their home without it just being like, I don't know, $10 million to have people come in and retrofit and do? How do you get there? How do you go from 0 to 300?
The 300-inch image is really going to be off of our laser smart mini projectors, right? And how do I say? Do you have a garage?
I do have a garage.
Right. So this sounds kind of crazy. So to get that size image, we use our garage inside.
Okay.
And we actually pair it with Bluetooth speakers to create an instant entertainment venue. And then we plug in video games to it. Now it's PS5. Actually, I have a PS5 or a Nintendo Switch. And there's nothing better than playing on, the wall of my garage is white. So the image looks pretty good. And with our projectors, these lifestyle mini projectors, they can actually analyze your wall, understand what color paint you have on there, and then adjust the picture to maximize its performance. So not only do I get a giant picture that looks fabulous, but I pair it up with some of those Bluetooth party speakers. And it's
I hear you.
And I got my grandson over and everything, and everybody just loves it. So an image that large, for a lot of us, it could be inside your garage, right? Or it could even be outside on the side of your house.
All right.
We're not critically viewing a lot of the customers that are using these products. It's about the immersion. I'm having a great experience. Look how big this picture is. I've got great sound. I'm playing video games. I just watched a football game. It's different, which was hard for me because I'm also a video enthusiast, right? I've been doing TVs my entire life. I appreciate a lot of things, but I can throw some of my, anal picture ways.
Sure. That desire for perfection, right?
Picture, right. I'm not being super critical. I'm just enjoying the moment.
Yeah.
And that's why I think that's what some of our products really provide, that let's enjoy the moment. Let's have fun. Let's bring the whole family in and watch, or we can have the neighbors over and just have a party right in our garage and watch a great movie or a football game. I mean, or baseball, whatever your choice of viewing pleasure is, right?
That's cool. I've used a number of the lifestyle projectors, and the one thing that's always really I don't want to say it shocked me, but that I found really cool about them is that it makes an immersive experience much more accessible, right?
Yeah.
So Don knows what it's like to build like a spec high-end home theater, right? I mean, how long does it take to build one of those, and how much money do you have to put into
Well,
it?
I mean, it takes a long time. So as an integrator, what I like to specialize in, especially in Florida, is outdoor cinema. I worked and we came up with some ideas with mosquito netting that rolls down with an embedded screen. But where I'm moving in this new home on the side of a mountain, I've already got a 250-inch diagonal drop down screen. And one of those projectors like that, I'd love to try one of those out because there's a fire pit. So I can see in the fall and when it cools down, sitting out watching, or even in the winter, watching Christmas movies. That's fun. And when I did the outdoor theaters, the indoor theaters are great for an immersive experience, but families always really love the outdoor cinema because they could have kids over, they could do Christmas movies, they could do sporting events, they could have the kids watch Disney while they had wine on the lanai. I mean, it really is fun. And nobody's sitting out there being critical, like the color temperature and the HDR.
Right.
They just want to have fun.
It's not enough nits. It's not. Yeah.
Well,
That's cool.
I will say that with some of today's technology, like the trichroma technology we have in our lifestyles and our ultra short throws, the colors are really spectacular. They really are. It's just a different experience. Yeah, projectors may not have the black levels of some TVs, right? Or let's be realistic, black level is the absence of light, right? We know what technology, certain brands out there have technology that do that very well. That's not necessarily the strength of a projector, but the colors. And this, again, I'm not critically viewing this stuff. The colors are spectacular. The details are excellent. And it's just a lot of fun. I mean, like Don just said, I mean, having the neighbors' kids over and let all the kids have fun, and then the adults can just relax at the same time, and everyone's happy.
Or if you have a large group and you're sitting back from it, nobody cares. I mean, it tightens up when you get back. So,
and at the end of the day, I always feel like I'm not trying to solve the world's video problems or hi-fi problems. I'm just trying to provide a fun time because all of us work too hard, right? So when you come home, let's have fun. Let's have fun in your own castle.
Right on. So this is is that the C2 that you're talking about?
C2 family, yes, that's correct.
Okay. So I want to circle back around to the concept of this. This isn't an involved installation that costs $50,000 and takes a construction crew and 48 pieces of gear. At the simplest level, if you wanted to have a 300-inch experience with the C2, what all do you need to make that happen? Is it just a wall in the C2?
Yeah, right. It'd be about 18 feet back. So you need 18 feet back. I can get you 300 inches.
Right on. And when I hear lifestyle, what I translate that out to in my head is it's easy to deal with. It can work in the location where you're at, get closer to make it smaller, further back makes it big. It deals with uneven walls and weird colors and objects in the way, but also it's got a full built-in stack of technology, right? So there's an OS where you can stream Netflix and all that stuff in there. Like it's like Ragu or Prego. It's in there, right? Yep. And so if you compare that to, like a $30,000 projector that you'd buy from XYZ company that just projects, that doesn't give you sources. That is, it's a nice projector, but this thing for a reasonable price point, it does it all. And then you can just grow from there, right? Add speakers, etc.
Well, you're not going to take a $30,000 projector, move it in and out, move it around in and out.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a different tool, right? Yeah.
And even in some situations, I've already done this. I have a spare bedroom in the house, nobody's in there, but I can throw it up there and I can have a 90-inch picture on my bedroom wall. And the bedroom's not that big. It's small. My little grandson, he'll sleep over and I'll turn on for him, set him up and say, hasta la vista. And he loves it in there. It's just this giant image. And he's sitting 12 feet away, 10 feet away, a 90-inch image on the wall, watching whatever those kitties are that they have on Netflix, I think it is.
Right on. Dude, there's so much content out there. I mean, you could watch Netflix for a billion years. I think Don tried to watch it all at one point in the distant near past. He's all like, I watched all of Netflix. I'm done with it.
But the flexibility, ease of installation for these products, the flexibility, I mean, you can have it up and running, 15 seconds.
Right. Just turn it on and point it, right?
Yeah, point it, and it will do its own, its own job at, we'll do auto keystone, auto focus. It's, it's really pretty easy.
Right now, gone are the days. Tell me if I'm correct here. Gone are the days where, if you remember the older units, you would have to set it up and point it, and then it'd be like, take your cell phone out and go to this URL, take 8 pictures and upload it, and then it would try and do keystone. This unit, it's all built in, right? It's
all built in.
Okay, yeah. So to bring this back to the topic that we're on, which is the future and the current of home theater, immersiveness and these kind of large form factor devices, is that the path that Hisense is going down? Like, we want big and we want beautiful and we want to improve that experience.
Yeah, big, high quality. How it's made and also the picture quality is really important. But yeah, big. I mean, I just a quick flashback, Back to the Future. If you remember the second one, he's talking in the whole wall in that room, and that movie is a television.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
that 116 that you guys have will almost do that now.
That's a big image, but again, that's we want immersion. I think everybody wants immersion. Everybody wants big. Otherwise the whole industry wouldn't be driving towards 85s, 98s, 100s, 110s, 116s, 136s. It's we're all driving it that way. And as you go bigger, you have to have higher resolution. Even if it's not native, you better have higher resolution.
Sure.
Nobody wants to see the little pixels on the product, right? And the whole purpose of having let's say a 116, it doesn't mean I want to sit back 40 feet so I don't see any pixels, right? I gotta have that pixel density. So, I mean, we talk about 8K from time to time. We know there's not really a lot of sources of barely anything out there, but it's about pixel density at this moment. There's enough computing power to take a 4K incoming signal and scale it to that image and make it look, I don't want to use the word flawless, but how about awesome?
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. So I want to talk about AI and picture quality and things like that, right? But I think this is a better point to jump off into the next topic and talk a little bit about the different products in the laser arena, right? The projection arena, right? Because we've talked a lot about the C2, which is a long throw projector, and what that means is that it's basically sitting back kind of where you are. Right. And projecting the image out. But you have other projectors like the PX3 Pro, and that's an ultra short throw or UST projector. How does the PX3 Pro differ from the C2? I mean, they're for folks that know, they're very different technologies, but for the layperson, what's the difference there?
So the major difference, well, it is the installation point also, right? So it is a little more labor to install a UST. Right?
Sure.
I mean, it really, the C family or the lifestyles, that's designed for, a few seconds. You can have it up and running and you're not critically watching. The PX3 Pro, I believe, is definitely for more of a person who appreciates a higher quality picture. Not saying the other ones are bad, but the PX3 Pro is definitely a higher quality picture. You're definitely seeing better blacks, right? It's really a super sharp picture. And then the installation point, you brought it up earlier, we're right underneath the screen. So you're not having to mount this to the ceiling behind you, run all the wires. Again, a more laborious installation. Confidently, I can say between hanging the screen on the wall and installing a PX3 Pro, it's an hour installation. When you look at more of a cinema type projector that most of us think, when we say the word projector, you're thinking of this thing that hangs up on the ceiling and it's kind of big. That's a much longer install than using a UST, not just a PX3 Pro, but even like our new L9Q, which is, coming out shortly, like very shortly. They're much quicker to install. And it doesn't mean that it's can't be professionally installed because maybe, again, a lot of these customers buying PX3 Pros, the feedback I get, they're installing it and adding audio, right? They're giving themselves, like George Lucas used to always say, the picture is only half the viewing experience, right? You got to have the sound to go with it. And we do see those in installations that people are adding sound to it.
Right. Yeah. So the PX3 Pro, when I think of it as just an alternative to a ceiling mounted long throw projector, right? So you would put it into that ecosystem. It has, it's got the full suite of apps and everything built in.
That's correct.
But you can take it and plug it into an AVR processor and do 16 channels of surround sound and all that stuff if you want to, right? You can put it into a full RBH audio surround sound system with 4 21-inch subs if you want to, and have a wonderful experience. Just rocking the block.
I mean, it's instead of having a 100-inch TV set or 160-inch TV set, which might take 4 people to bring it in your house and install it, you can do one of these relatively yourself. You might need an additional set of hands for 1 minute to help you hang the screen.
Sure.
Right? But it's definitely an easier installation. It's also, and I used to deliver large TVs back in the day when I was in college. I'm talking the old 48-inch projectors or 55-inch Pioneer Elite with the Urushi finishes on them.
Did you ever try to deliver a 40-inch Mitsubishi tube?
Yes, I did, and the Sony XBR.
That 35. Oh my goodness, they put lead in those things.
That was a wonderful Sony.
A UST is much easier to get into a lot of people's houses, right? You get a large format TV set. And again, I used to deliver large TVs when I was going through college, and I also delivered TVs and appliances. Nobody realizes how big the product they just purchased until it can't fit in their house.
That is a use case that I identified early on for USTs. So folks here in Colorado that want to get a huge screen in their basement, sometimes they've got steps that are just, there's no way you're getting a 100-inch screen in there. It's just, they got a switchback or something. It's just the window wells are too small. The only way is projection. And you're either doing ceiling mounted rear projection or UST, and UST is way easier.
So much easier.
Yep.
So much easier.
So 2 more things as we're talking about products, right? So you mentioned the L9Q. That is a new product, meaning not out at this point, right?
Right. It should be. It's
almost.
Should be shipping could be next week. I mean, we're again going through them. We're doing QC right now because we don't have any issues, right? So people will be getting those. Dealers will be having them this month.
Okay, and that is a new ultra short throw projector similar to the PX3 Pro.
Yes, it's the next level up as far as it's our flagship product. Absolutely.
Okay, gotcha. Now, and then there's a 4th product, the M2 Pro. I don't know anything about that one. I didn't get a chance to look it up before the show, so I don't know. What is that guy?
So that's another new lifestyle projector that sits underneath the C family, because you have the C2 Ultra, C2 Pro, and the C2, and then we have the M2 Pro. So not quite as bright, but definitely more affordable. I mean, you're looking at a MSRP or a UPP of $12.99, right, for a triple laser, and it's still triple laser because that's what we make. We make triple lasers, right?
Right.
It even has an optical zoom on it too, which is really strange and rare for products this inexpensive.
And it's got a lens you can zoom on the.
Yeah, it's got a point. It's a point. Was it 0.9 and 1.5 throw ratio? So yeah, you can go do digital or optical zoom on it. So you can get that at a certain point. If you have to zoom it, you can. It has that flexibility and has the same built-in smart platform as the C2 family.
Okay.
So, and it's a full smart lifestyle projector, and it's super easy. Even has a little handle, you can pick it up and carry it from room to room. I did have some hands-on experience with that. They sent me a sample to play with it for about a week, and I sent it back, and I was very impressed with it. Really was.
Right on. I think we've lost Kenny. Kenny, your screen is black. If you don't know, I can hear him.
Here. Yeah. It really, as you go up and down the line, some of the major differences primarily, it's going to be, your brightness, right? It makes a big difference.
Okay,
and then,
sure.
The lens will be a little different, and there's other small nuances, but yeah, that M2 Pro we're expecting big things from that product.
Okay, and that is that available now, or is that in the shipping soon, or is
It
that
arrives. It arrives. Should be here in our possession the third week of this month if everything goes well.
all right? So this, I mean, the very immediate future then represents big times for Hisense and Mark, right?
Yeah, 2 new products coming out. We're excited on both of them. Opposite spectrum. I mean, one's more entry level, and the other one's flagship, right? So
Right. Yeah. It's like the ends to the stack of books, right? You got both. Okay, that's cool. All right. So we have about 5 more minutes with you, and what I would like to talk about, if you can just dig into this a little bit, is triple laser, right? So we've heard that a lot. It's been thrown around, but what does that really mean, and why do you need 3 lasers instead of 2 or 1 or 4? I mean, what is that, and why is that important to picture quality?
RGB.
RGB,
Green,
red,
right?
blue, green.
So when we combine the 3 lasers, and laser is the most purest light source we currently have in this industry, you're going to get the widest color gamut available from a display product currently being manufactured. Right? As we all know, you have the different color standards out there, Rec 709, you've got your PT 2020, which everybody loves right now, the PT 2020, right? So this will do all of our products will do 110% of the PT 2020.
What? 110? Really?
Right. So there's currently, unless somebody's hiding out secrets, there's no direct view TV set that a consumer can purchase that has that color gamut.
No, I was going to say that doesn't exist in the direct view world that I am aware of right now.
Right. The closest one to us is going to be our own, our Trichrome Mini LED, which is coming out also. Right.
That's exciting as well. Right on.
It's not quite up to that same spec, but it's not far behind.
Okay. Well, cool.
That's super cool. Yeah. Mark, I'm glad you guys are making products that people can just enjoy and not sit around and debate specs. Then, of course, you still have the high-end products for those kind of people. That's super cool.
Yeah, I mean, we make a lot of great products here, and I've definitely seen the evolution of our laser TV products over the last 4.5 years, almost 5 years. It's been really exciting, and also seeing what the rest of the company, how we're evolving. Again, we introduced a lot of great TVs at CES this last year. It was our best year at CES from an awards point of view. We had a lot of products and a lot of great review and a lot of awards, which is awesome, right? Again, seeing that evolution of our brand here in the United States, which is great.
Yeah, the PX3 Pro, for folks that don't know, it's a wonderful projector. I've had opportunity to watch it for a while, and it's really cool. And I'm going to work on a U8 new version review here in the next week or so for the the direct view side. And man, that is a beautiful picture on that TV. Oh man,
right?
It's gorgeous. Yeah. So it's absolutely good stuff. All right. So we are coming up on 2 minutes for your hard deadline. I want to be respectful of your time. I know that you're a busy man, and your day is not over yet, even though it's late. So Mark, thank you so much. If people want to buy your stuff, where do they go?
Wow, that's a real great question, right? Everywhere. I can say a lot of things, and if I don't say the right thing, everybody gets upset. But if you go to our website, we have dealer locators out there. So if they want to,
perfect,
go to a certain dealer because they like a certain dealer, it's all up there by model.
Right on. Cool. So they can go to Hisense.com and look for the dealer locator, and that will tell them all of the available options to them.
That's correct.
That is a very, very good answer. I like it.
Yeah, just trying to stay neutral.
Right on. Cool. All right. Well, Mark, again, thank you so much for your time and telling us about Hisense. Their story and your story is very much appreciated. Thank you.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I'll see you. Yeah, Don, I'll see you guys shortly at Cedia.
I'll see you at Cedia.
Benny, nice meeting you, man.
Nice meeting you too.
Take care, Mark.
Guys. Have a good one.
Cheers.
Bye.
All right. So that takes us through the first half of the show. Now, Kenny, you are going to be up next. But before we dive into what's new at RBH Sound, I do want to take a moment and dive into what's new with Mr. Digital Don AV. So you're moving?
I am.
Yeah, you'd call that out earlier. So
lots of changes. I'm moving to an amazing home that was a barn converted to a home on the side of a mountain in Cherry Log, Georgia, which is up in the mountains. It's just a stunningly beautiful place, and I'm going to with high-speed internet. So that's
Nice.
really nice. And I'm going to set up multiple systems. It's a better environment, a better home. I'm going to do a dedicated room. I'm going to do like a large family room with, full RBH, full tilt, multiple sub SVTR system, then 2-channel systems and multiple, then some outdoor stuff. So I'm going to start focusing my reviews. I'm going to start kicking out a lot of reviews, a lot of videos. I'm going to focus on a lot of integrator products like outdoor audio, because it's got a beautiful deck that goes into the woods and a fire pit. And one of the things I was talking about, I've got a large screen that's coming, and I'm going to get some type of lifestyle projector like the Hisense and just have it set out. So you imagine in the fall with a fire going, a big gigantic 250-inch, 300-inch screen, having a bourbon, a cigar, whatever. It'll be fun. But yeah, I'm excited. It's a big move for me. It's coming from Florida, and I think that it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it.
That's super exciting. I'm happy for you, man.
Very exciting, actually.
Yeah. Right on. Well, with that, Kenny, it is time for you to be the superstar of the show. How are you doing? How you doing? You good?
Oh, good. Hopefully my phone doesn't decide to blink out on me again.
Right on. Well, we got you. We'll figure it out one way or the other. So again, I think it's time to level set for all the folks out there that might not know you. So if you could let people know who you are, what you do, and why they should care.
Yeah, so I'm Kenny. I work with RBH Sound, Director of Sales and Marketing. And I love audio, everything audio. So, I mean, one of the best parts of my day is getting phone calls from customers and just talking shop, talking about their next big build. So it's one of my favorite things about my job.
Right on. And RBH Audio, for those that don't know, what does RBH Audio do? Or RBH Sound, what do they do? RBH Sound.
We do a little bit of everything in the residential side, anywhere from in-wall, on-wall, freestanding speakers, everywhere from home theater to 2-channel. So we love it all.
Right on. And based out of Layton, Utah, and where you build all the speakers there, right? Yeah, you put them all together, build boxes, enclosures, paint, the whole shebang, right?
Whole shebang. And we've got a ton of customization options. So we want to make your perfect speaker. And
that's awesome. Yep. So for folks that are interested in seeing that, I did a video. Man, it's been a year ago now, 2 years
and a half-ish,
yeah. So, but it's
long. Wow.
Time flies when you're having fun, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It feels just like yesterday, because my son had his permit at that point, and he drove back, and I just remember our part of the way, and it was storming. Oh man, it was just like white out. And he's all like, "Dad, I'm not sure about all this." I'm all like, "I'm right here with you, son. Just go slow. I got you covered. You got to learn how to do this at some time." But yeah. So for folks that want to see that stuff, they can go and watch the video from back in the day, and they can see the full system there, the whole setup, and all. Man, there's so much good stuff. And we're going to talk about some new good stuff, right? So I guess to roll the clock back just a little bit, you guys released a 21-inch subwoofer not too long ago. Could you talk about that just a little bit?
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, Don was kind of the man who kind of pushed that project along, because he was working on a really big theater in Florida that needed some big subs. And at the time, all we had was 12s. And so we found a manufacturing partner to produce a kick-ass 21. And we, Shane Rich, he's a genius. He, kind of had hands-on and really customizing the sub to our spec, because we wanted it to perform as good as our 12s, and our 12s are pretty legendary.
They are amazing.
And then, one thing led to another, and we've got a 21 that's pretty outstanding. Like the current iteration of it gets, in-room response down to 5 hertz in most rooms. It's pretty outstanding. And in a sealed box, our 21 has the output potential of 6 of our 12s, which is pretty nuts to think about.
That's not sound. Don, you've been hands-on with this thing, right?
Very much so.
What was your impression?
Including the originals. Well, so the ones that we built for this gigantic theater, which is about 13,000 plus cubic feet, huge room. We did 8 12s and we did 2 21s, but those were ported, and You could literally make them into coffins, and we a little overkill. We had all the bass. Subsequently, when they made them and they were Gene's house and some of the other my friends that have them, it turned into a seal design. And I've heard a lot of subs. I own a lot of subs, and I would say that the RBH is among the top 2 or 3 subwoofers on the market from a infrasonic standpoint, an articulation standpoint, even at a little bit higher frequencies. It doesn't have to be just put into that infrasonic category, which a lot of people do. It's very musical. What's the min-max on that?
As far as, what do you mean?
The excursion.
Excursion. Oh yeah, it's linear excursion is 38 millimeters, and then
38 millimeters. It's crazy.
Peak to peak, mechanical limit is 100 millimeters.
Yeah, it's a beast. Yeah. And they even make a dual one that our friend Brian Hagar, really good friend of ours, actually has. So yeah, it's a world-class subwoofer, and I'd like to see what else RBH is working on in the laboratory in Utah.
So we shall receive.
Is there anything new that we might?
We have pictures.
I'm gonna blow you up big.
Right.
There we go.
So that is the prototype for the new 33 that we're getting in next week for testing.
33.
We're super excited, and you can see the 21 next to it and how it is completely dwarfed.
Wow. I've got a 24 that I'm about to install, and I thought I was doing something big, but apparently I'm not.
Now this thing, from preliminary spec, it is going to be world class. The motor force on it is just absurd. After Shane did kind of the preliminary, work through and modeling, it has the output potential of 4 of our 21s. To me, that was mind-numbing, because the original numbers from the Pierce stock driver, we were looking at, it was going to be about the potential of 2 of our 21s, and beyond that, it needed to be in a pretty gigantic box. We were looking at 3 foot by 4 foot by another 3 foot. It was going to be humongous.
That's big.
But with these new specs, we're actually able to shrink the box and double the output. Just that absolutely nuts.
So Shane's come a long way from I'll never build anything bigger than a 12. We don't need anything bigger than a 12. Okay, now look at you. We're like proud papas.
Oh yeah, consider it peer pressure, but we're happy to do it.
Yeah, peer pressure now.
So so Don is asking, any idea around what kind of enclosure size you'd be able to run this in from a seal perspective?
Yeah.
Is it still huge, or does it shrink down decently small?
Yeah. So the main, so it's still going to be 3 feet by 4 foot on the plane from the front, because you need at least 3 feet.
It has to be, because
it has to be.
Yeah, it's almost 3 feet by itself.
Yeah, but part of our
big refrigerator, Sub-Zero.
Yep. Part of what we do for our Unrivaled line is having the chambers on the side for our GADS technology and this sub's most likely going to need it. Otherwise, it's probably just going to rock itself over. But we were able to shrink down the depth down to 20 inches and get more output out of it. So it's going to be a lot more friendly than having a 3 foot box.
Not Denver basement friendly, right, Giles?
No, that's very Denver basement friendly. 3 by 4 by 20.
Yeah.
3 feet by 4 feet by 20. That goes down the stairs.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you'll have to drop
it. I got tools.
I mean, that'll go into anybody's basement for the most part, right?
Yeah,
for the most part, yeah.
Because you just turn it. I mean, 20 inches, that's not even 2
How
feet.
much is it going to weigh, Kenny? Before Giles gets all excited.
I have no idea, but
400 pounds.
Guessing it's going to be closer to 700 pounds.
700.
Yeah. So now, Giles, revisit what you were saying.
Well, no, it goes down into the basement.
Yeah.
Not coming back up.
And it doesn't come back.
It never comes back up out of the basement.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. This thing is going to be a brick. I mean, I don't even know what it is.
I don't even know how to move 700 pounds. I really don't. I've never
hire a couple people.
Yeah, well, I don't even know if the piano we have in the living room weighs 700 pounds.
Yeah,
that thing's heavy, but Man, that's whoo, that I can't wait to see one of these somewhere.
You know what they're going to call it? The RBH Brown Note.
The brown note. I like it. The brown. Man, so here Mad Prawn is like, I don't have to worry about a basement. I just roll it right in.
Right on.
It just
It
is
just
a
might
concrete
melt in your
slab.
house.
Gosh, 700 pounds. I don't even know if I'd want to put that on my first floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
I'm just guessing because I know we're going to have to. I mean, currently the 21 is double walled HDF. I'm guaranteeing we're either going to do triple or quadruple walled on the front baffle. We have to, because otherwise it's probably just going to break the box. You know, it's going to have so much motor force. But on top of that, we need enough of the GADS substrate to be able to weigh it down so it doesn't rock itself. Because one of the issues we ran into originally with the 21 is it at high excursions, it was rocking the cabinet and it caused the voice coil to get out of alignment and we'd blow up amps because of it. So we needed to have something to keep it stable. So that's when we invented the GADS technology, and it was a miracle worker. So the 33 is going to need quite a bit of that. Plus, the driver itself is 150 pounds alone.
Right.
To me, that's crazy because the 21 is 60 pounds, and that's already a heavy driver. So it's going to be a fun one to build.
I wonder if you put this in the enclosure and laid it on its back, so the driver is facing upward, and you hit it super hard with some big excursion. Can you make it jump? I mean, if it wasn't in a GADS enclosure, if it was just like in a, I mean, could
like hydraulic?
Yeah, just like you know.
I'll tell you, we already have a little subwoofer, the 12i. It has a downfiring passive radiator. That Brian Hager nicknamed it the jitterbug because at low frequencies it'll bounce.
It can bounce around. That's awesome.
Bounce.
Yeah,
that thing's
if
fun.
It's the same driver manufacturer, and we've streamed with them and talked to them. These guys come from the car audio world competition, and everything's handcrafted that they do at Pierce. Was it neodymium magnets that they use?
Yeah, it's got to be neo magnets.
Yeah,
It'd be an 800-pound subwoofer otherwise.
I mean, that 21 is world class. I mean, I just can't wait to experience the 33.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna be wild. I can't wait to see there.
I saw a install, and this has probably been 6-7 years ago, of an older Pierce 33, right? Obviously not the one that you guys have worked with them to build, but an older one in the back of a hatchback.
Yeah,
I've heard that formerly known as the hatchback. So I guess, Kenny, correct me, and I don't want to speak for you, but I've been kind of behind the scenes with you on this. I think Pierce made 33, but RBH has some really exacting specifications and needs that Shane wanted. So I think Pierce had to go back to the drawing board and really build, because that 21 is a world-class driver. I mean, it holds its own with any driver on the planet. And I think you had to do the same thing with this, didn't you, Kenny?
Absolutely. Yeah, we needed it to meet certain specs. Again, we don't want it to just be a one-note wonder where it's just really good at infrasonics and nothing else. We want to get the most out of this. So if it's your only subwoofer in the system, it's not going to be a detriment. We want it to be able to, hang with all of your other speakers.
Well, if I was going for this subwoofer, I would want 4 of them at least. I mean, why not, right?
I mean,
your house would stand it.
You're going to create mini earthquakes.
Yeah, mini and mini. M-I-N-I and M-A-N.
Tsunami in Russia, if you hit that thing. So
yeah, that'd be awesome. Seismic meters going off all over the world.
Yeah.
Oh, Jiles was watching a movie again.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
Down the street.
Yeah, down the street.
I mean, I told Shane he's not gonna, like, when he does max SPL tests, he's not allowed because the 21 messed him up. Like he hasn't been the same since. Like he gets migraines all of. Yeah. I mean, it's more than that. He gets a lot more migraines now, and it's like, okay, we got to be outside. I'm doing the max SPL test. You just tell me what to do.
Hey, Kenny, did you have a migraine when you put up those acoustic treatments behind you?
Oh,
I mean, over time,
your treatment. No,
come on, dude. It looks like a hillbilly teeth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, damn it, Don.
I wanted to do it in my living room, but my laptop was saying no. So I had to go to my PC.
Now, I want to shift gears a little bit, right? And so the next, I think, opportunity I'm going to have to hear cool RBH stuff is going to be at the Cedia offsite experience, right? So tell me a little bit about what that is, and then if people are interested in participating in that, I think it's invite only, but how do they
Correct.
put their name into the hat to get a potential invite?
Yep.
How does that work, right?
Yeah, just go ahead and email me, Kenny at rbhsound.com, and we'd love to consider having you over to come listen. We haven't decided what we're bringing yet, but it's going to be good. We just don't know yet. But yeah, so it's going to be on that Friday after Cedia hours.
On Friday, okay.
Yep, we don't want to really intrude with the show. It's just kind of after the show at your leisure. We'll have snacks. It'll be a good time for
invite, please.
Yeah, come out to Colorado.
Cool.
He's coming. He's going to be there.
Come on out.
And I will email you. You already know that I'm going to ask for an invite so I can take some pictures and some video, but sure. I will send an official request out as well, because I was able to go last year and it was a really nice event. Great hospitality, wonderful equipment, great people there. I think it was the first time we've had the opportunity to meet. So really good event. And I would suggest that, anybody that could make it, absolutely do so, because it'll be eye-opening for you.
Yeah, myself and the president will be walking the halls at Cedia. So if you can't make it to the event, at least come and say hi, and we'll chat.
Cool.
That is cool. This is going to be a good show this year.
Cool. Yeah,
I think it's going to be a really good show. So let's change gears yet again, and I want to talk a little bit about Audible Art. Right. So that's a new product line from you guys, or new accessory, right?
Yeah. So we just launched it a couple months ago. We had this idea. Well, actually, Don's friend Logan had the idea, and I'm just like, that's a great idea. Let's do it. And I didn't even know, but 20 years ago, RBH was doing this. It just never took off, so they kind of abandoned it. But what we are envisioning for any of our on-wall or in-wall product, you can get printed grills to kind of dress up your living room, or you can get custom pictures or whatever you kind of want to kind of hide your speakers, get the wife approval factor a little higher, to include a sound system, and best of both worlds. We do have a selection of stock art, and we got multiple pictures that can kind of blend with each other. We can do it for sound bars as well. It really is kind of your whatever you want to do. And we have some stock photos if you just want some really nice, clean, classy photos. But if you want us to make your own, like you got family pictures or whatnot, you can do that too. These are kind of the two general sizes. We got the small for the small speakers and the large for the larger speakers. We kind of want to stick to this smaller form factor, so it's not super intrusive and it doesn't look like an eyesore next to a TV. Keeping it kind of narrow and skinny, and I think it will have great curb appeal.
That's cool. And you said this is both for your vertical speakers, but as well for the kind of the sound bar orientation like that. Okay.
Correct. Or a center speaker down below the TV, or however you need to utilize them.
That's cool. I can see that being very popular. I wonder if you could do like movie posters and stuff. So maybe people like in a really huge theater, like that have maybe 3 side surrounds. You know how people will put up movie posters on their
It'd be hard to get the copyright. I think that's what we're going to run into with movie posters. So, I mean, yeah, it'd be tough.
No, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
I just want the dog sitting around playing poker with the felt look on mine. So,
oh, that would be pretty cool.
Bad.
Right on. So, I want to talk a little bit about experiences with RBH Sound. And Don, you have their big boys, right?
I do.
Can you tell folks a little bit about what that's like in that experience?
Power, unlimited power. Well, they're like the Muhammad Ali of speakers. They float like a butterfly, but sting like a bee. Now they're they're very powerful, but yet articulate. They're very, very musical, and soon to be even more musical once I've got some new crossover upgrades that Kenny was nice enough to send.
Ooh, nice.
Crossover. I mean, they're beautiful. They're just they're flagship speaker quality, but not flagship speaker price, meaning they're not in the six figures or whatnot. But they still have that kind of output, even in a relatively medium-sized room as big as they are. I love them. I mean, literally, I'm going to hollow them out and have somebody bury me in them when I die because I like them so much. Now, and you know, when they say, "Do you need a subwoofer with your speakers?" They're pretty much the only speaker. I mean, I always love a sub, but they're pretty much the only speaker that you actually really don't need a subwoofer because they have 4 12s, very powerful 12s.
Yeah, they're tuned down to 18 hertz.
So at my new house in the big great room, I'm going to be adding a 98-inch Sony and the full RBH SVTR experience. Maybe a 33 at some point or a 21. I mean, it's going to be, I'm going to film it, document it. It's going to be accurate driving it because, you know, it's going to have top shelf electronics. I'm excited. It's going to be pretty cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've had the opportunity to spend some time with the SVTR, I believe it is. And,
SFTR.
Yeah, SFTR. Thank you. And one thing that I got to hear as well is kind of the what is the model number? So it's the SFTR, but it's upgraded with all of the off-board electronics, or I guess it's all of the DSP built into the amplifier.
Yeah. Yeah, the unrivaled SFTR AX, you know, the /AX for active crossover.
And that is one of the best speakers I've ever heard, bar none. I mean,
awesome.
It's kind of jaw-dropping. And, you know, the difference with the technology turned off versus the technology turned on, the speaker sounds good, right? And you listen to the speaker, right, with, you know, normal traditional crossover, you're like, oh, this is pretty good. I'm down. And then, you know, Shane will flip on all the magic and you're like, oh, sweet Jesus. I didn't know that
FIR filtering. Is that using the Marani processor too, Kenny?
Yeah. The one that Jiles actually heard was actually one step down from the best of the best. Because it was using the onboard amp, kind of like what you've got in your 61AX is done.
Right.
It's still a great DAC in it, but it's not a flagship DAC. When you get the full external package, you're getting, you know, RBH alpha amps with great Pascal amplifiers, custom input boards, but you're also getting a flagship Marani DSP with, you know, the best Spur Brown DACs that are on the market. And it's just a world-class experience. Not to say that what Jiles heard was any slouch. It's really, really not. And
it was really good. I can't imagine better. So, God, I would love to hear the SVTRs with the AX technology on it.
Oh, yeah. It's awesome.
Pretty impressive. Gene, that's what Gene has at his house.
Yeah.
Right on. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah. So what you get out of that is just more output because you got that third 8-inch driver. And, you know, before when I heard them side by side, it was like, to me, I like the smaller package because you got the MTM Diapolito design. And I personally don't listen very loud, but 1812 Overture changed my mind. And SFTRs, they could hit some loud SBLs, but they definitely choked at the really big Canon.
SVTRs are the
but the SVTR handled it with
3 8-inch mid ranges.
It had room in the tank.
Mid ranges.
Yeah,
and 4 12s, 3 8 mid ranges and 4. Yeah, the 1 2
2 12s.
You can do 2 12s on the bottom and 2 12s on the top too, right?
Yeah, the full stack, not the half stack. Yeah.
With it. Oh, that's crazy. Those got to weigh like 700 pounds.
Yeah, 300. Not too bad.
Yeah. So the ones I have are 220. So
yeah, right around there.
Right on. Cool. All right, folks. I think we are drawn into the end here. So this is the time, Kenny, for shameless self-promotion. So when folks that have listened to this said, man, I've got to have me some of this /AX technology, whether it's in the SFTRs or the SVTRs or the little bookshelves, how do people get their hands on your gear? Where do they go? What do they do?
Yeah, on our website, we have our dealer database. Find a local dealer. Either way, we're happy to talk to you and discuss. But really, your local dealer is going to be the best hands-on experience that you can get with our product. And, you know, having that integrator with the knowledge to install these properly is, I think, is
it's important.
It's priceless, you know.
I hear you. Right on. Cool. So
Jiles, I'm listening to you right now on the 61AXs with that technology built into them, and you never sound better, my friend.
I know, and I'm all sad. I've got my,
besides being devastatingly handsome, now you've got the voice to match.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's good. And
panties flying off everywhere.
My little mono prices are nice, but yeah, they're no 81AX.
61s. I don't have the 81. 81. Brian Hagar's got 81s coming.
Oh, he's got a lot of good stuff, doesn't he?
Brian's got the sauce, man. Hey, by the way, Kenny, I went in South Carolina and met with Shane Tennants, and he's excited to get his. So
yeah. Yeah, no, I talk to him about once every other week. He's a cool dude.
He's a very cool dude. Yeah, that town of Aiken, South Carolina is amazing.
That's awesome. So before we sign off, Don, I want to talk to you just a little bit, right? So for folks that are Digital Don AV fans, where do they get their next opportunity to hang out with you and say hi? Well,
once I get this move done and get everything set up, I'm going to pick back my weekly live stream at audioholics.com on the YouTube channel. I'll be doing streams with you. And then I'm going to get set up and do my own weekly live stream on the Digital Don AV site. And I would expect you to be my Ed McMahon on that.
I will be there for you anytime.
Can you do it? You are correct. Come on, give it to me.
So, yes.
Exactly. So if somebody brings in a baby tiger or a monkey, you're the one that's going to hold it.
Okay.
Right. No. And so I'm going to be filming a lot more videos. I've got a great videographer team to do that. Then I'm going to be doing some outdoor stuff, and there might be a couple new YouTube channels, kind of sort of in that same genre, but a little bit different. So living on this beautiful, beautiful farm on the side of a mountain, there's all kinds of great opportunities to apply technology to a larger area. So stay tuned.
Right on. That's awesome, man. I'm very happy for you and all these new opportunities and channels.
Well, real quick, I've also entered the aviation cabin technology area, and I'm trying to learn as much as I can as an independent reviewer of all these different private planes and the technology that they're putting into them. So that's something I'll be reporting on as well.
Nice. Awesome. Cool. Well, for me, you guys know where I'm at. Same place. If you're here, you know already. I'll be at Cedia along with Don. So if you guys want to see us in person, Kenny's there too. So you can see us all if you want to. You can get the triple signed photograph if you want it. But we'll be there as well. So you can meet us in the flesh. We'll be running around. And with that, I think we've come to the end. Kenny, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Kenny. Good to see you.
It was a blast.
Yeah. And Don, thank you as well. It's always a pleasure.
No. Thank you.
Oh, and then last but not least, everybody else out there. I know that all of the viewers' time is precious, and thank you so much for spending it with the four of us, including Mark, who had to go do more work. But thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we'll see you next Tuesday with another wonderful episode of Theater and Tech Trends Live with Jiles and Don. See you guys.
Cheers.